Good morning, my friend. Today is Monday, August 26th, 2019. I'm Travis Egan, my mortgage guy with Hancock Mortgage Partners in Elkhorn, Wisconsin. So today's question is, are you being disrespected? Before we get into that, please remember, if you're watching live, please give me a hashtag live. And if you're watching replay, please give me a hashtag replay. Let me know so we can keep the analytics right. So are you being disrespected? And I heard a story from Darren Hardy, the editor of Success Magazine, that I thought really was relevant in today's world. He was talking about the 19th century pianist, the virtuoso Hans Liszt, I believe is how you pronounce that name. And how he handled disrespect during his performances. So apparently, Russian Emperor Nicholas I one time at one of his performances had arrived late. Hans had already started playing his composition, and the Tsar or Emperor walked in and had no intention of listening to the music. So he was talking to his friends, not really paying attention. And so when Hans recognized that the emperor wasn't going to stop interrupting him, he literally stopped playing and just put his head down. And he waited. And when the emperor finally said, inquired about, hey, why aren't you playing? He said, and I want to get the quote right, music herself should not be quiet when Nicholas speaks. Well, needless to say, that certainly had an impact on the emperor, and he became quiet and gave his full attention to the performance that point forward. There's another story about him with Austrian princess, and I want Metternich, I believe is how you say her name. When he was announced to do a performance for the princess, she just basically ignored him, talked to her friends, and so once again, he didn't play, he just sat there and waited. And when she finally realized what was going on, she looked over to him and said, "Didn't you play in Italy? Did you do good business in Italy?" To which he replied, "I create music. I don't do business." And he got up and he walked out. How is that applicable in today's society? How is that applicable to you and I in how we live our lives each day? I think about it this way. How many times have you either been this person or been the recipient of this when you're out to lunch, out to dinner, at your home at the dinner table, and you're in the middle of a conversation? Maybe you're speaking or someone else is speaking, and someone, I know I'm guilty of this sometimes, they grab their cell phone and they start looking at their cell phone. This is becoming more and more of a pet peeve of mine because I'm trying to communicate a thought. Now, I have a son who is exceptional. He could literally repeat verbatim what you said without looking at you. It just doesn't work as a very good form of communication for me. So my advice to you is, I'll give you another example. A former brother-in-law of mine, we were out to dinner one time and he wasn't getting the attention. We'd been sitting there 15, 20 minutes and we never had a server show up. And he literally just got quiet and put his head down on the table. Now, as you can well imagine, the manager ran over to the table. They weren't sure if he'd had a heart attack or what was going on. And he just never lifted his head off the table. He said, I'll lift my head up when the waitress comes over to take our drink order. And I thought, boy, that really got the attention. Didn't make a big scene, just put his head down and waited. Needless to say, things progressed pretty quickly from there. So my encouragement today is, one, if someone is disrespecting you by on their phone when you're talking to them, or two, you're the person doing it, I'm guilty of both, just stop talking. Don't say a word. Middle of your sentence, literally stop and wait. And see the reaction. And then encourage them to put their phone away so you can actually have an interaction that honors both sides. So that's my encouragement. If you're the person talking, ask the people at the table to put their phones away. And if you're the one with the phone up, turn your phone off and put it in your pocket so you can really engage with the people you're with. Thank you so much for watching today's Daily Musings and Lessons Learned. I appreciate you. If you like this, please click the like button. Please comment and please share it. It really helps me get the word out. So thanks so much. Have a great Monday. Have a profitable week. I'll talk to you tomorrow.